Hello friends, welcome back to the Dungeon Meshy Drawing. This is the show where weekly I tell you that I'm going to finish the drawing and then I don't do that. So, hopefully, maybe, we'll do a better job of finishing that this week for you. Don't count on it. Alright, we're at the color stage, obviously. We've come a long way on this thing, but we've got a little bit more to go still. So, the first thing I'm going to do today is color in Marcel's braid because I just noticed that I didn't do it last time when I was doing hair. And I want to make sure that that gets colored in. Would really hate to finish this thing and print it and then see that the braid got miscolored and is like cloak color. So last week I was kind of hemming and hawing over what style I was going to color this in. And in the intervening period, I think I may have decided that the best thing to do is go for true to anime colors. With a little bit of a teal tint. Probably not full on. There's kind of like a general unifying presence that, like an overlay color has to a composition. And the background isn't going to stay in that orange realm. So I want the foreground to kind of lean towards the green or the blue. Having my highlight colors be yellow does a lot to warm up the green. But I'm just not 100% sold on that yet. So I'm going to turn that back to white for now. Because I'm not 100% sure that I want those greens to be warmed up, And maybe I said exactly the opposite last week. That happens a lot. And I also have to do noticing all kinds of just tiny little imperfections that I have. This is really one of the benefits of, I didn't even do highlights on that. One of the benefits of working at the pace that I'm working and sticking it in the drawer after I do the recording every week and not coming back to it until it's time to record again. Stuff that I gloss over as I'm working on it comes back to the front when I haven't seen it in a while. And so you see things right out of the gate, just like, hey, look, that braid's the wrong color, or look, that finger's the wrong color. Stuff that I clearly didn't notice when I was working on it prior. All right, we're gonna go character by character. I'm procrastinating because it's like, oh, there's still so much to do. We're gonna go character by character. We're gonna start with Izutsumi, and we're gonna do brand new folders, just to kind of try to keep these things organized. My workspace got all screwed up because I had an issue where all of my dialogue windows were showing up off screen, and I couldn't interact with them in any way. And so I thought the program was freezing, and it turns out that I just messed something up when I was setting up my monitors. So I had to reset everything to default, and it's really kind of thrown me a little bit. But we're working our way back into it. So, as I was saying, grabbing some colors here. I'm going to do a dark blue on Izutsumi's bracers. And this is another situation where I'm going to turn off the highlights because I need to be able to see the flats. That's part of the reason why you would think you do flats first and then you do highlights. But when you're working in the digital world, you don't need to follow that rule because you can turn off your highlights whenever you feel like it. That's one of the advantages of working with layers. That's one of the advantages of working with digital programs. You have a lot more freedom of what order you want to do the steps in. I don't know what that brown's from, but we're going to use it. That was easy. Her fur is not really that color, but I'm not going to worry about it for now. Keenscape punch up. That's going to be in the Lios folder. You can E, Z, close enough. Izu, call it that. I almost never name my folders, but I got a lot going on here, so I am going to make the distinction. Just this once. That's ugly. Here's a fun question. I thought I turned off my highlight layers. I turned off half my highlight layers. Actually, we'll turn off everything. Just for the flats. The wonderful world of flats. It makes it much easier to see. It makes it much easier to fill in the areas. Alright, Lios. Your armor is kind of silverish. We're going to use this light blue. I didn't set any kind of timer. And I'm not going to stop and get it now. I'm just going to watch the clock today. And then for the next session, I'll go and get my watch because I don't trust myself. We can do like a building block thing here. First thing we'll do, we'll go to Izitsumi and we'll color in her little claws. And really, those should be inked in. There's no reason not to. Boy, if it feels like I'm scatterbrained today, it's because I am. If you've noticed no difference from my usual video demeanor, then that's a problem for me, not you. Alright. Lios. Lios or Dios? Shoot. Doing this thing now where it's like the mix between the speed strats and the Zen coloring, right? You do your Zen coloring until you get tired of that, and then you use your speed strats. And today I'm not feeling. I don't need to go to my Zen place today. I do need to make some progress on this thing, so. Now, how on earth did I miss the corners? Layers. Now we see where I missed. somewhere. If you find it before me, you get a prize. There it is. Oops. Okay. So we got Lyos armor. We'll use the same brown for his belt. I'm just kind of going off of vibes right now, which is fine. We're going to use a darker blue for the ring mail. I don't want to use too many different hues, right? That's kind of one of the cornerstones of my style is not using too many different hues. Or rather, I should say it's the cornerstone of my style when the image looks good. And even the stuff that I'm going in here with the brown right now, I don't know if that's how much of that's going to get maintained. Brown's not what I would consider to be a super duper appealing color. It's got its place, but a little earth tony for me. Okay, and then the sword is gold. So my intent right now is to kind of do these basic flat hues on all of the characters to to kind of pick up on just like the basic feel and separation of like their bits of gear and skin, hair, whatever. And then I am probably going to do some sort of overlay on this with that teal color that I've been using, so that we still get the delineation and the variance in the shade, but it looks a little bit more homogeneous. Just kind of starting to fix little imperfections as I go here. There reaches a point in almost every drawing of this scale that I do, and we haven't reached that point yet, but you'll notice when we do, where I stop caring about layers altogether and I just start painting over the top of whatever I'm working on. And that's partly because my layers are so numerous and chaotic, and partly because I start to lose patience with going back to find them, which I think would be the case even if they were labeled. because Marcel is also blue, I'm actually going to tweak my Elias a little bit. And we're going to make him a little more silver gray. And we're going to take this. Yeah, I like that better. Dope. And also sick. Alright. And then we'll go back to the Izatsumi folder for a second, and we're just gonna eyes. Who could ever hate? Getting to the point where I'm starting to think I should watch Dungeon Meshi again. Hasn't been very long, but it's like I want to go back. The second watch of something usually get a lot more out of the experience because you understand what's going on and you can start to look for more of the nuances. Stay hydrated. All right. Give me Marcel. We're gonna cut. Is it cutting a corner? Not really. I'm gonna use some. Especially because I have to now go in and subtool. I messed up my workspace and I got used to the new messed up version, and now I'm trying to set it back to the way I had it before, and looking for things in the wrong place. The moral of the story is no moral, just be smarter. Faster to... for the love of Mike. Alright. And I'm seeing all these tiny little imperfections. And I can't fix them all at once, because I'm just going to waste a lot of time. And I will end up going back through. And, getting them when I do my cleanup. This is a perfect example of me trying to take a shortcut and ending up doing just as much. See, yeah, no, I'm thinking about this and I'm like, no, this is stupid. Is I have to go all the way around her in an outline anyways. So I might as well do that with the marker and then fill that in. And aside from the fact that, I'm behind these Sumi layers and I'm behind the Lios layers, so I don't have to be super precise over here. I'm not behind the skin tone layers, though, which means... What does that mean, Brendan? It means take the skin tone layers and plop them up here. Nope, that doesn't work either. They can't all be zingers. Alright, it's fine. I'm gonna get over it. First video, first recording day of the week. Sometimes you gotta get over a little funk, right? Sometimes you gotta get over big funk. Sometimes Sometimes you just gotta say funk it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. I have no right to do puns at you. Whenever I do a pun, it's always like, dear God, what have I become? I'm an eternal pun hater, and puns are like, it's the cycle of puns, right? As I was subjected to puns, and it turned me into a pun. Now I will punish all of you. But I feel bad, right? You get that pang every time one of those comes out. It's just like, ugh. Feeling bad doesn't excuse you. If anything, it makes it worse. Alright. Boosh. And or cacao. Nope. Who remembers if Marcel's cloak is lighter or darker than her dress? The cloak is lighter. The cloak is lighter. Cool. Alright. Detail here. Shazam. Oh, let's do the same with her belt. Part of my problem is I'm using this big thick brush for some reason. And when you do that, you end up with a lot of places on the drawing where you can't comfortably get your brush without going over the lines, so that's where you get all these little gaps and missed spots. Which, hey, guess what? Some of those are still there. That's okay. Alright. Gonna lighten up the cloak a little bit. And we're gonna do boom, 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 boom. Suitably boomed. Hair color thing is driving me nuts today. The little gaps are killing me. They're killing me! What color should her nails be? Let's, make them like a burgundy. I'm not sure what color they are in the show, but we'll make them something kind of, pretty but understated. It's kind of Marcel's vibe, right? Do the same brown we've been doing for the staff. So for the leaf on the top, which we will leave green. My color palette here is getting to a point where I'm getting ready to wipe it. I've talked about this before, where everything starts with these three hues, the CMY, and over the last couple of years, I have added some shortcuts for when I was working on interior pages that had to use the same mixed hues over and over again, and so I added those to the palette, and it is starting to get a little muddy. So I'm thinking about raising the earth and starting over. Missed another spot. Cool. All right, we're almost there with this part of the kidnapping. Hey, I went way over. This is why we need to wear a watch. Thanks for joining me this time. Next time, more coloring, and we'll try not to get lost in the fog. All right, we'll see you then. Stick around for the plug. Hey, thanks for watching today's video. If you liked what you saw, like, comment, subscribe. If you're learning to draw, you know somebody else who's learning to draw and might get something out of this, maybe suggest the video to a friend. That always helps me out a lot. Hey, if you're looking to contribute financially to this whole situation, check out my Ko-fi page or my Substack, link in the description. I got a free newsletter on the Substack that you can follow to catch up with anything that I might be doing, including videos, comics, illustrations, etc. There's also going to be membership tiers where you can get access to exclusive video series like Drawing Through Dragon Ball, or to my Leaded Pulp comic magazine, which is coming out for its first issue in July. So hey, check out these things, and I'll see you next time.